Today. We're going to sign. Websy builds. Websy builds. Websy builds. Some plastic. Websy builds. Some plastic. Science. Some plastic. Today. We're going to sign some plastic. Websy builds. Websy builds. Websy builds. Some plastic. Websy builds. Plastic. Science. Some plastic.
Hey everybody, WebC here, and it's another Friday night on WebC Builds, and we're going to have another special guest in. Let me introduce him now. Pillswickal Studios. There you go. Hey, how's it going, Fernando?
What's up, dudes? What's up? What's up, my guy? How are you?
Doing great. Super happy to be here. Super happy, glad to have you here tonight. And I'm just, like I said, we're just going to run into these questions, and then we're going to have a good time. So first thing is,
let's do it.
Introduce yourself to everybody out there watching. Tell them where they can find you on social media.
Hi, my name's Pillswickal. Pillswickal Studios is where you can find me on anything, okay? That is everything, and as you can see, I just do tiny worlds.
Sweet. All right. Now, first question that I got for you tonight is, how did you get into the hobby models and the modeling and diorama world?
So, pre-pandemic, I would say 2018. I was scrolling through Facebook and I was watching just one of those randos that you can find on YouTube, videos where they're doing dioramas with epoxy, and
Oh, yeah.
it was just like a bathtub epoxy little diorama. Okay, and I thought it was the neatest thing, and I told myself I can do that. I know I can do that. So I went and got myself a few little items and made my first diorama, which was just a piece of styrofoam with a stone and some ivy and leaves wrapped around it.
Sweet. Yeah, okay. So you're pretty accomplished as a builder. So it's kind of hard for me to ask, but maybe this will be a great question to ask. Do you still have goals that you set for yourself for
100%.
future you?
100%, 100%, 100%. Um, as you can see, this isn't even finished. Every day I look at it, I stare at it like with the eyes of someone that's never seen it before. And I want to see and make sure that I have everything right, that it tells the story that I want it to tell. And so there's so many goals and ideas that need to be accomplished before I can actually say that this is done. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely. I have tons of goals.
All right, so the next question really doesn't fit into the whole thing because we already know you're a custom builder. You make such great weathered model kits. Your weathering really reflects off your diorama skills too. That's where a lot of that has to evolve from, right? So, what's a tip you could add to the world that not many people would know that would get you better weathering than, say, just using the products out of the box?
Patience.
Patience? Hey, that's a
Patience.
love it.
Patience was kind of the hardest thing that I had to understand about anything. Drying processes, allowing stuff to set so that way it could actually set, you know what I mean? Learning all of that through trial and error, that's the one thing I would pass on is you gotta have patience. Patience, patience, patience. If you don't, you're gonna mess up.
Cool. That's a great answer. Um, what's your favorite non-mecha anime? This is kind of launching us out into just topic question worlds, but
Let's see.
so
Favorite
non-mecha first.
non-mecha anime? Oh fudge. Um, gosh, I can't even think of it. Where is my 1 second?
Oh,
I can't exactly think of the title, but it's found on Hulu if you're interested in watching it. But I just had recently watched it and it has utterly just really hit the notch for me. You know what I mean? It was the one that just sings out loud. Do, 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 do. Where are you here? Come on. It's like Zero to Hero or something like that. I'm hurrying. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Arifureta is the title. I don't know how to pronounce that exactly, but
I
it's
think
From Commonplace to World's Strongest. And I definitely suggest that to everybody.
all right, excuse me. That's pretty
Sorry about
cool.
that.
And then, which Gundam series do you relate to?
I would have to say the original
Okay, so you're
Gundam one.
Universal.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because I too was when I was young. Uh, yeah, I was more like Amuro. Yeah, way more like him than anything. Yeah.
All right. Totally cool. Oh, let's see. Are you a person that likes to watch the feed for the latest coming models and you have to know everything that's coming out and when it's coming out, or are you a type of person that likes to be laid back and get surprised when a new release comes out?
I am the type of person that fits neither of those criteria. I come up with an idea. I have that idea. I make that idea happen. Now, while I have that idea, if I happen to see that there's a new kit that came out or is coming out, cool. If I can do something with that, then yeah, I'll take it. If I can't,
Awesome.
cool.
That's a great answer. I like that. That was definitely a. I like that. You more question answers like that are totally cool with me. Um, see, we kind of, you said you were on all the social medias, so I'm not even going to really go delve into that. But what is like your favorite single individual kit you've built? Something that's just like you always use that as this is my best, like right here, my little favorite.
This is Dolores.
Oh,
This is the NU 93
okay.
and the RX 93 NU, and this is my custom version of it with this Oasis blue and then a few um, real mellow oranges,
Yeah.
and then the finer details are more like the inner frame is all gold, 100%, just all gold. So just a few minor details to it, but just that's about it.
Cool.
Really didn't change much on it.
Awesome. And then do you have a holy grail type kit? Is there a kit that you like, you don't have it yet, but you know it's out there, and it's just like one of those kits that it's going to consume your life once you build it. Like it's just you're gonna spend way too much time on it. Is there a holy grail in your kit building world?
I had it once. I kind of destroyed it and used it or the parts from it for that ship hanging up in the air right there. And if I do get my chance to have it again, I will totally customize it and make it not what it is. So you might be able to find different versions of it on online where people have customized it itself. So you'll get an idea of what I want to do with it. But it is the oh god, I just had it in my head. The Deep Strike, the 303 Deep Strike. Or
Okay.
Deep Strike, Deep Striker, one
Yeah,
of the two.
yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
but it is from the
Okay.
Gundam Sentinel. It was only mentioned in a book, and it became a kit, which I think is super cool. But still, because well, if you go back in some of my videos on TikTok, you'll see eventually where I had that customized 303 fully put into a space diorama, and you know the the thing I love about that is that it really doesn't have a basis so much. There's nothing really canon apart from a book for it. So I could add that anywhere, wherever I wanted, and no one could really say anything. Hey, that's not canon. Oh well, tell me where it's not. You know what I mean? In my world, in my universe, we're canon. you know, um, I call this the 1 year war, and
Okay.
we have MS 08th team right here, okay, being included. Um, on the ship, actually, over here behind me, if you look real close, you can see him in the hangar. There's the other 08th team. Real close.
Yep.
Hold on. Get you.
Awesome.
So yeah, I mean, in my universe, we can make anything canon. I turned a 1/350, I think that is a 1/350 scale. Um, it's a Chinese missile boat. I turned that into a um, battle cruiser, 187th scale. You know what I mean?
That sounds cool.
It's all about how you perceive things and how you want things to be. If you want to create a world, create a world.
I like it. Like back there on that shelf, like right
Uh-huh.
there, this specific kit that's sitting right there, that is a
Uh-huh.
1/255. It's a
Wow.
core Gundam that in the story I wrote a story where they take and turn a core Gundam into a space station, and then the armor for the core Gundam is part of the space station. And so
That's
then
cool.
they launch like this thing out of the center of the core Gundam that all the people evacuate into, and then that
Uh-huh.
like goes and hides, and then while the Gundam's fighting, he goes and fights, and then he comes back and collects his little box of people and puts it back inside of him, and it's like a giant spaceship Gundam. So that was like a story I wrote once, and I built the Gundam to go with it.
That's
And it's pretty
fucking
cool.
neat. That's
I'll
cool.
bring it
That's
over in a
awesome.
minute. I'll definitely bring it over in a little bit while we're talking. And then what do you do for fun outside of the hobby world?
Stuff in my backyard.
I get
I I
gardening.
really, I mean, I'll do a little gaming. I do like a little gaming. Battlefield is I prefer Battlefield since there's not so many hackers constantly playing that as compared to like Call of Duty and stuff like that. So
Okay.
I'm a Battlefielder. I like messing around with my backyard. I like man now, so I'm into that.
Yes. I'm into being the old man too. I like
Yes.
getting new weed whips and fixing my
For real.
lawnmowers and yeah, that
I
was
just have
this
a fucking
weekend. That
edger,
was the
dude.
moment.
I'm over the moon over an edger right now, you know?
Yeah, we just got a new electric edger for our house too this week, and
Fuck yeah.
I'm exactly the same. I'm like, this thing's so cool,
Oh,
auto
it's fucking
feeds. I'm
neat.
just happy to
Fuck
get
yeah.
it. Awesome, yeah, because that's you can't always force yourself to do the hobby all the time. Like as
No.
much as I love building all these kits that I have surrounding me and over on those shelves over behind me, I really gotta find, other things to do with myself outside of the hobby, or else I get that what people refer to as burnout.
Oh, oh.
So that's why I asked that question, just to see if you are, out there trying to do something else besides that and
Well,
burning your
yeah.
brain out.
I did experience burnout recently where I went a year not touching a thing, not doing a thing, not anything. And it really sucked. And then I came out with what was that? Who is that? The red frame, the red stray. Um,
Okay.
the water in the waterfall. I did that one when I came back, and that was my first as my comeback. And I enjoyed that. That was a real fun project. I added lights to that. It got
Cool.
really enjoyable as I went through it.
Nice.
FYI, nothing is ever planned. By the way,
Oh no.
N-
Well, you get an idea, but the plan's not the plan.
yeah,
I get it.
I am never 100% on anything until it's finally there. You know.
Oh yeah. Well, I have like an Avengers themed build set that I'm doing, and I've collected all the kits. I've just been busy with all my other builds and competitions that I haven't been able to sit down and do that personal build for myself, because that's really what they are for. Like the Avengers theme, that's just my personal little I want those for myself type of thing.
Right.
But I'm taking all of the Gundam wing kits, the high grades, and I'm turning them into different Avengers characters and stuff. So right now I have Gundam Wing Zero as Tony Stark's kit. That's already built. But then
That's cool.
I've got a Sandrock that's gonna become Bucky. I'm gonna make Sandrock into Bucky Barnes. I'm gonna make
That'd be
Shenlong.
interesting.
Shenlong's going to be Black Widow. The Death Scythe is going to be Doctor Strange, but I'm going to use the Master Grade Death Scythe, and he's going to be like the encompassing background version.
That'd be cool.
So it's he's going to be giant red wings instead of black bat wings and stuff to match
Right.
like Doctor Strange's cape.
You know what you should do? You should get a cape from that the Thor model kit. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those yet.
Yeah, I know what
But
you're talking
he comes with a cape.
Bullshit.
You should get that cape and utilize that for your
Ooh,
Doctor Strange. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. That sounds like a really good idea.
I actually have a cape if you need it. I'm not using it.
I might, because I might not be able to get that Thor kit or parts for it right now. So, yeah. So and I just keep going more. I did I picked up a Serpent custom, and I'm gonna make that into the Hulk. And then what else am I missing from that? Oh, Captain America is gonna be a tall geese. When I get to him, he'll be one of either a Leo or a tall geese is what Captain America will be. He'll be one of those. That's because he's got the circle shield. That's all. That's the only reason why.
That's the only reason. I mean, yeah. If you went 144, you could use a Leo.
yeah. Well, I've got a couple Leos sitting in the back and stuff.
Hey, what's that? What's that one with the pointed head? He's got a shield. I can't remember his name.
The pointed head. Oh, the
giant.
Like, the giant.
Yeah, it looks like
something like that.
He looks like giant armor, is what he looks like. But he's got that big circle shield. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That shield's cool too. It's cool. And so that's like my custom like little theme build that I got going for myself that I'll eventually get done. And then I am working on a diorama project, but it's so slow going. I really am going slow on it just because I want to be slow on it.
Right.
But it's gonna be it's like a black tri-stars. The theme that it's called is Escape from the Black Tri-Stars. So when I finally get it, it's gonna be my favorite Gundam, which is this guy right here. So I'm a big High New Gundam fan.
Okay.
So this is my custom high grade High New that I just finished up like last month.
Very nice. I like that color. I like that shade of blue.
Yeah, that metallic blue is really nice. That is
nice.
It's with the what is it the holographic water slides that I used instead of regular.
Nice.
The flash.
I'm fond of Oasis blue. If you ever noticed anything that I custom paint, if you see a blue shade on here, that's Oasis blue.
You'll like this one then.
Ooh, is that a strike?
Yeah, it's a very custom strike.
That's a freedom, isn't it?
Yeah, I took Core Gundam plasma rifles and mounted them as turrets on his shoulders.
That's cool.
And then the striker, I put Gundam Curios water slides. I used the whole set from Gundam Curios, and then I used Caution water slides from Delphi, and that's how I finished this guy out. But that blue you're talking about, that light blue, it's the only kit I have that color. And I like that color too. It's a really nice color.
Oh yeah, it just really pops. And then on top of that, like if you can see here, it really just weathers really good. Actually, let's just move us up closer a little bit here. And then we can sit here and we can see that.
Up here we have like those Tonka trucks that are blue, like dump trucks that are blue up here, and that's what it reminds me of because of all the weathering. They start to look like that up here. That's so nice. I like that. So I'm not very good at weathering. I don't try. I practice, but
it gets fun, my guy. It gets really fun. You really get into it. You know what I mean? So, and that's just a powder shade, actually.
Then here's my only weathered kit.
Oh, I like that. How nice. How wonderful.
So I took a Gen Mobile Type 2 and added pieces. I turned them into like stock primered parts. and
Uh-huh.
then added them to this kit as like a refurbishing. And then I made some custom water slides from that guy.
Hell yeah.
So
I
I was like,
like that.
that's sweet. And
Well
um,
done. Well
so
done, my guy.
thank you. I don't feel very confident in it, but you know, I put a lot of time in it, and it was my first time changing up the color scheme to an orange. I'd never done anything orange before.
Okay.
So I was like, that was something that I wanted to try is like
Not a
how much
color I
orange.
dare touch yet. I
Yeah.
just I I I don't know what to do with an orange, my guy. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that's what I was like. Somebody was like, you need to gump the orange. I was like, I bet I could come up with something. I'd find something so
I mean,
jesting.
kudos to you. Hell yeah. Thank you for doing the work for us. So now we know what we got a base idea what to do. Cause fuck. I don't know what to even use with orange. Black? But black's just too
All right, so here is the work. So that's a custom piece. This
I
rifle
like
here
that weapon. Look at
is
that.
completely custom. And then I did a bunch of work on these legs.
Hell yeah.
So it, I think was this is 3 or 4 years old now.
Hmm.
I'm a fan of green. Green is like my color of choice and
Okay.
stuff. So
Uh,
for what I'm doing, here's the shoulder pauldron. So
Oh, nice. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Look at that. That's oh, I got green.
yeah.
What you got in that green, bro?
So, yeah, this is that one I was telling you. It's the core Gundam that's supposed to turn into a space station. So I took my thing to do is I take Iron Blood orphan kits and I turn them into armors for core Gundams. So I have a Barbatos and a Yajirobe or something like that up there for future builds. But then so far I also have this one which was I can't remember the name of this kit because it was like one of those really long ones. It starts with a K.
So the McGillish swab kit, right?
Yeah,
From
I missed
Iron
my-
Orphan Blood. Um, on his legs, he has these weird shield thruster things, right?
Mhm.
There is a cap that is an awkward gold color, I do believe, that you put on there, right? That cap's up there. It makes a great shoulder shield.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it does.
It makes a really great shoulder shield.
I like that. I really like that. So let me see if I can get this gun detached from the kit. Sweet. And I can show you. I put in got this moving barrel. Oh, there we go. So the barrel can move in and out, and then this acts as like a little kickstand for it for when he's laid down sniping.
Oh,
So this
how
can go in and
ingenious.
out like that, and then these go up and lock into place here if you want them to, or they can come down and become feet for the gun.
Motherfucker. That's amazing.
So that was my first little invention that I did with a customization. This whole kit was my first like real customizing of anything. And then right after I built this, I was like, hey, I'm a big fan of old school Sentai and Power Rangers. So I built a kit that looks like the old dinosaur Megazord, but it's out of a
Yeah.
core Gundam. And same concept, you know, just paint it and change it. But I had to like custom build the Triceratops head and the Sabertooth head for the feet.
Right.
And
Right.
that was fun. That was like the funnest part. And that's what really hooked me into myself, what hooked me into building custom products and stuff out of Gunpla is
Hell
the
yeah.
is the whole thing. And then on here, this is actually a back skirting piece. This whole piece right here.
Right.
It's I turned it into like a side shield, but it's actually the back skirting from I believe a U Raven Gundam.
No shit.
Yeah, so just
Genius.
just
Genius.
play it,
I would have
and it
never
moves.
have thought of something like that. And now I'm thank you for the ideas.
So, and that was my first major custom, and what sucked me in, and I was doing other stuff on social media that didn't matter. I was making it, just fooling around. I wasn't even doing anything fun on social media for years, and finally somebody was like, "Hey, you could take pictures and film your kits and share them with people." And I was like, "I can do that, and people care about that." And then I found out there's actually like people like me and you who want to like show the world all the time what we're doing and stuff. So, and
I,
that's
I came up with an idea, and I'm probably gonna make it happen, but I like to use 2x2 squares, so my front yard needs decorated. So why not have a 2x2 block, wood block that's secured to the ground real well, and have it a glass casing real strong and well, and make sure that it's maintained and cleaned all the time. But why not have a 2x2 square out front of my house with a diorama where people could walk up and see, just look at it. You know what I mean?
kind of a
Have,
cool idea.
have a little solar light inside there, so when the sun goes down, the light turns on inside there, so you can still see it. And that will be
Yeah,
the the piece of the resistance of my house. You know what I mean?
yeah. Just look for the scenery. No,
Yeah, right. Everybody's gonna be like, "Hey, you know where Pillswickal lives? He's right."
definitely. And yeah. Other than that, though, like I'm super happy you came on and decided to hang out with us tonight. I want to
Definitely.
put that out there. I do have to do a commercial real quick for my sponsor. Okay.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
won't take long. It's real fun. You
Um,
can definitely hang out with us. I just got to get out of here real quick. Go back.
okay.
All right. Here we go. It's a. It's just like a little feed that I put on the bottom here, and then I read it off. All right, everybody, go to ClarksvilleHobbyDepot.com and use the discount code WebCOfficial. That's WebCOfficial, all caps with the dash between the B and the C, like I like to spell it. Head on over there, use that code. It'll let them know I sent you, and they'll give you a 10% off your whole purchase of $25 or more. And trust me, if you buy like an RC car from them, that's $25 off. That's $250 RC car. That's a good discount on an RC car. Buy a couple Gundam models with that. Add a couple tools. Build it up, get free shipping. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves free shipping when you use that discount code. So head on over there to Clarksville Hobby Depot, and we'll see you next time at Clarksville Hobby Depot. All right, that's it. That's pretty much my whole
Hey,
spiel
tell
with
them
that.
I want their 135 Hercules um, RC plane. It's like 500 some odd dollars, but I could care less right now. And tell them I'm using your code anyway. Because
Right?
okay, so I am literally trying to figure out how I want my enemies to be coming into this dock, this harbor, this launch testing facility site, in a sense, kind of everything with a radio tower on top. Um, I but I need to figure out how my troops are dropping in. Well, my Zaku's mainly, I need to get a bunch of Zaku's, but you know, I want them dropping into this battle, and so I need a vehicle that's going to look big enough to fit at least one, two, three of these guys. Make it seem like they're just falling out of the sky, dropping in and fighting.
Set them up like one of those droid carriers from Star Wars, where you can put like 10
Yeah.
of them. They could just drop out one at a time. That would be cool.
So I really feel like the 1/35th scale. I seen it, and I know that it would fit at least either 3 to 4 lengthwise inside of it. Opening that hatch would be just perfect. You know what I mean? So that way, all I have to do is just have it flying over the top of this, and then customize a bunch of stuff on the wings and on the body to make it look very futuristic and Neo Xeon.
Yeah, no, I get
Yeah.
it. I had an idea too. You could take some base jabbers and a blimp, like do a 1/135 blimp, and then put some base jabbers, like 4 on the front and 4 on the back, and make it so they pop open, so a mobile suit can just fall out and then turn on.
See, this is why I need a team of people working on this shit with me.
Because that
That way
sounds
we've got
good,
ideas, we got shit happening, we can make things happen, but you know,
right?
I'm a nobody. So
I feel that way a lot of the times too. But I've been making a lot of new friends, and you're one of my new friends. And I've been over on TikTok. I met Leviathan Prime, Lord
he's great.
Trinitis, Topaholics, and all of her crew. Like it's pretty clear. Like she's
What
like
is
the
his
leader of.
name? He used to be called something, but now it's I like to glue it.
Oh, I don't know what his original name
Um
is, but I do follow him. Yeah, I like to
I can't
glue it.
remember his
I like
name,
to
but
watch
I
his videos.
absolutely adore him. He is such a great fella. Such a great fella.
Yep. I like his work. It's really
I
fun to watch.
love his work. Especially his little the little cute jet planes. The little bubble cute jet planes or whatever
Yep,
they are.
they're cool.
Oh yeah, I love what he does with them.
They're like related to the armored nuts or whatever. They're like
Yeah.
they come from a production line similar to the armored nuts, I think. Yeah,
Amazon
and I
just
like
started advertising them to me,
I
so
think those are
I don't
cool.
know.
The armored nuts are pretty cool. It's like a walnut or a cashew, and then it's got a robot wrapped around it in a funny way to make it called armored nuts.
That's
That's
cool.
so, and the front of them kind of look like the airplanes too. The airplanes have that bubbly look to them that you're talking about. So do these armored nuts. They have that bubbly graphic look to them. And
Sorry,
then,
a bird just shit on my wife. That's funny.
oh no, God, jeez,
That's why I was making that
I
face.
was like, well, no, what's going on? Your poor wife.
Oh, that's fucking great.
So I'm meeting all these great people, and it's been so awesome meeting all these new great Gundam builders and stuff. And
100%.
past few years, I was hanging around Kip Ash Gundam on Facebook, and I was like staying really in there. I wasn't really venturing out too much,
Oh, okay.
and now I'm everywhere. I'm talking to everybody. I'm like, hey, how's it going? I want to see what you're about. I want to learn what makes you tick, and how do you attack this type of project and stuff. And that's another thing. Like when you're going to make a movement to fix, or not necessarily fix, but make changes to something that you've already put in place and stuff. How hard is that? Is that real hard? Is it easy? Does it is there a transition phase where it looks like a disaster, but really it's under construction and it's going to work out? How is that?
So for me, my goal my entire life is to understand how this works for everybody. Everybody's different, okay? I have gone through numerous failures in life to the point where I've lost everything. And I've learned through all of that to be humble and at the same time to understand that everything can be replaced. Okay. If I strive, if I work hard enough, that can go away and I can make something new. Okay. I can do it again if I want. Everything can be replaced. It's not hard. Yes, the time, the effort, the pain, the hurt, I can understand. I get that. And yes, but no matter what, you're gonna replace it. So as soon as you accept that, it's easier to move on.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a really good way to look at it. I used to live a lot of my life by that type of uh, mantra. I used to, like, when I was 20, man, I was a duffel bag person that just went couch to couch for a while. I was that guy who's like, it didn't matter about stuff.
It's not so much of that. When it's something simple, okay, yes, you spent money on that. Yes, you spent a lot of time on that, which consisted of other monies that you
Mhm.
used to make that. And I completely can understand that connection and that time for it to just be gone. Yeah, it's going to hurt for a second, but once again, you're going to replace it. It's just something
Oh,
that you have to be able to accept and go through the pain. Go through the pain. I understand. Go through the pain. Totally
definitely.
smash that thing up against the wall, but the next time, do it better.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I like that. That's great. Great advice too. Is learn better, do better, know better.
Oh yeah, 100%. 1,000 failures made that. Okay,
Yeah.
a billion. A million times of banging my head against the wall asking, why the fuck am I doing this? Why? This is so fucking stupid. I'm stupid. I'm dumb for doing this. 1,000 times.
I get
And
it.
yet here I am.
I totally get it. We all have those moments in life, I
Oh, yeah.
believe.
Oh, yeah, man.
And those are the grow
I've,
moments. Those are the
I've thrown
moments
a
to do
too.
better. But, and so other than that though, I just what's coming in the future? What's a project you'd like us to be aware of that you'll be working on and showcasing in the coming months while you're
I don't do anything. I really don't do anything with this, like, publicly go out to competitions or anything like that. This is just something that I want to do with my free time because I
oh,
enjoy it. You know, it's to pass the time. Future projects, I would say a snow diorama. I have yet to ever do one of those. I would
cool.
really like to do that, but I kind of want to incorporate Zoids into that one. But I don't know exactly what Zoids I would like. And then if I'm going to incorporate Zoids, might as well just go ahead and create my own world where there's a mechanized Liger or whatever, and then a mechanized dragon from something else that I can find. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the Tundra Command Wolf,
Look at man.
but I gave it a Tundra paint job, so it's got oranges and whites and purples.
Color me jealous. Hey, I might need a couple pictures of that from you so I can use that paint scheme in a sense. In a sense. Just in a
Oh yeah,
sense.
definitely, definitely. I made the purple myself, and
No
then the
shit.
blue. The blue is just like I think I had the blue mixed up from yeah, I did a competition kit where I made a light blue that went with really nice with some grays.
That's fucking
I
gorgeous.
had one left over.
A very gorgeous kit. Very gorgeous kit. I had spoken to, I can't even remember what his name was. He was actually supposed to get a diorama from me, but I failed. Ran into some financial times and wasn't able to ship it to him. I ended up breaking it up and throwing it away.
So
Oh wow.
this is I call it the perfect victory. It's a it's a perfect it's a Victory 2 Gundam and a perfect Strike Freedom. But I don't really like Strike Gundam so much, so I took it and renamed it the Perfect Victory.
Bro, have you ever
And,
built a strike kit or a seed kit? Any of the seeds? And I'm talking
um,
like the Jins, the Dijins,
oh,
the what was the other one? Any of the other than the freedom,
let's do a
like
quick
the
tour.
duel, the oh god, any of them? Did you build any of the kits? The Aegis? Did you even? The Aegis sucked, but it still was a good kit.
I don't know if I built the Ages, so we're looking for seed kits, huh?
Yeah, seed kit.
Um, I built the Real Grade Jade Destiny, or Real Grade Destiny. I painted it a little bit, but not fully. And then in high grades, no, I'm not really. No, I've built a lot of build divers and a lot of Universal Sentry and a lot of Wing, but I don't get into Seed. Seed isn't like kits that I really do a lot of.
Bro, you're missing out on a damn good kit. Okay, so no, time out. Okay, so like if you go back to my very first videos, very first videos, you will see a diorama that I built where it's a giant 1 by 125 scale ship, right? It was
Okay.
4 foot long, almost. It was like 3.5 foot long, but the diorama itself was 4 foot long. It's a giant ship in the water, floating around, right? Surrounded by seed kits with seed kits on top of it, fighting, right?
All right.
Anyway, so the duel, okay. This is just sitting around.
I've built just straight built him. I haven't done any custom work to him
Okay,
yet, but I do
this
have
is
a
the
dual
best
gun.
part of it. Okay, this is his fucking leg, bro, and it's just it's perfect. You could just set it however you fucking want, and it stays. It doesn't move. It doesn't fall the fuck apart. It doesn't. It doesn't fall apart. It is the seed kit line. Okay, whatever the fuck that they did to these kits specifically, they need to do to every single kit. I got a stinking what is that? Unicorn
Oh
Extreme.
yeah.
Unicorn Extreme. It cost me like fucking, I don't even remember. It was buku money. You know, buku money. And the thing will not stay together. You jiggle it like this, it falls apart.
Yeah.
Cuts itself in half, falls over, and it's like, why?
I've
I
heard all of those stories.
whatever they did with these kids needs to go to every kid, please.
I do like that specific kit, and I also built the Blitz Gundam. I don't know where it's sitting right now.
Blitz was fun. Blitz was a fun one.
Blitz has the same legs basically. So here's my
Yes.
Blitz Gundam.
Yes.
As you can see, I have a theme for my builds, but
Of
so
course.
and dusty, but the legs are the same on the two Gundams, and they're so nice.
You're giving
Now,
me a lot of
what you're
Destiny
saying,
vibes.
and so with the what is it, the other kits that I've experienced from Seed and Destiny, like in the real grade line, they all
Yeah.
have early real grade syndrome where the legs droop or they don't stay in position. And you're right. This kit,
that-
I've never had any issues with these legs.
Check that motherfucker. He ain't going nowhere. It's not going anywhere.
I built a motorcycle for him.
Perfect. It is whatever they did for like hip structure, and I mean not only just for the hips itself for them to stay how they stay, but for the entire body to sit perfectly, symmetrically. Like parts falling off, rare, very rare. That's cool.
It's just a work in progress. A little chopper I built.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, and it's got a back tire too. I took it off. Right, it's off right now. It's also got handlebars already built, and then the motor was what I scratch built from like model cars and RC parts and Gundam parts and just everywhere. Like the transmission is a leg from a Gundam. So,
That's cool.
yeah, so that was like something I did that. Like I started that 3 years ago, and I've been slowly working on that. All my projects are like that though. I slowly work on things until they're complete.
You don't say.
I do, right? You know, and that's the reason why it's like talking to you is like so great because it was like you know exactly that same feeling of all the work.
Oh man, it took me forever to get the patience to do this stuff. You know what I mean?
And here is
then-
the shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
My shredder custom.
that is fucking amazing, bro.
It's a high grade Marasai or Marasai, Masare, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
I can't say
that
all
guy.
the names. Yep. And so I even painted like a little foot on his shield.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, so
Cool,
yeah,
dude.
I was like, when I bought it, it was like oranges and reds and stuff, but it had these green pipes everywhere, and I was like, well, how am I gonna paint this? Because I can't really paint these pipes. They're that rubber that you can't really paint well. And I was like, well, what am I gonna do? And then I was like, oh, hey, Super Shredder from TMNT2. He took in the ooze. Let's make the pipes like the just tell him to pump in the ooze through the shredder bot, and then Shredder's inside getting jacked up, or whatever.
Fuck yeah.
And so that's my whole idea. Shredder pilots this robot, and yeah, he's powered by ooze. So it worked out.
We're all dead. We're all dead. We're dead.
It's done. Yep.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. Cool idea, but thank you for killing us all.
Right? So
the Shredder pumped by ooze, and then in a Gundam. We're dead. We're dead.
I thought it would. I thought it really worked. I was happy with it when I got done. Yes.
Like, who's gonna fucking save us from that, bro?
Well, they made those mecha turtles. We got the mecha turtles.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Just whoop his ass, and then what? We're gonna throw him in Gundam jail?
No, they'll tear him apart piece by piece, and they'll lock him in separate little boxes and ship him to different corners of the earth.
Oh, so the turtles became Hellboy then?
Or like Jackie Chan, all the talents.
God damn it.
I just aged myself there, by the way. I'm so sorry. Jackie Chan Adventures, you guys. Don't believe season 2 was better than season 1 of that show, though.
I was a very young teen when that first came out.
Yeah, I was definitely like 8 or 9, somewhere around there when that came out. Long time ago.
Once upon a time.
In the 1900s.
Oh yeah, that's the new thing now, huh? 1900s.
We like to tell people, yeah, I lived in the 1900s. My kids, they don't believe that. It's like,
right?
Hey, I'm 36 years old and I've lived in 5 decades. That's hard.
I'm 40.
You're 40?
Yeah, I'm 40.
So if you're like hard,
I'm right there with you, buddy.
Oh, I'll be 37 soon. Not happy. I'm getting closer to being a grandpa, and that's the part that scares me.
Such is life. That is life.
Yeah, that is I'll find it a blessing if I do eventually become a grandpa, but just that scary thought, like my oldest is 16 going on 17 this year. Like, that's totally a different dichotomy for me than
100%. 100%. No, I get it. I get it. Mine's 16 as well. The thought of that crosses my mind, but it's not something I like to dwell on. So
no, it's just when it comes up in conversation, you're just like, all of a sudden you're like, crap, I am that old. They are that old.
I am.
We're doing that. So yeah, and the kids are great though. Like I don't have any problems with them. Like they're actually like my kids are pretty good. Like the oldest is in some special art school in downtown here. My son, my only son, he's like top 2% of his class and stuff. He's like some genius, like Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. My youngest, she's like a little artist superior. Like she can take anything and turn it into amazing artwork. And like I'm not kidding. At 11 years old, she drew this dragon.
Hell yeah.
So I mean that's some skills. Like I wasn't drawing dragons at 11. I was drawing box Chevys and like really bad monster trucks and stuff. So she's drawing really cool looking dragons and stuff at 11 and 12. So she's gonna be super into art. And then my second oldest daughter, she's into art and stuff too, but I'm not really sure what's driving her.
Still a little too young to really find out what she's really going for. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I understand. Mine talks a lot of shit. A lot of shit.
My 14-year-old does. Yeah, he's got some creative things. I tell you what. Like, what?
I'm so glad you can use your brain to sit here and harass me, but you can't use it to get good grades.
Exactly.
God.
No, I avoided the Fortnite attitude. I don't have Fortnite kids, so I'm good. I'm good there. I lucked out.
Do do in a sense, but it's not Fortnite. It's some dinosaur game that she plays with her friends, and it's
Ark?
huh?
Is it Ark?
No,
Okay.
no, not
Mhm.
Ark.
Alright.
Path
Ark
of
is a dinosaur game.
Titans or something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
I,
okay.
but
Interesting.
she will scream from the top of her lungs, yelling at everybody, and it's like, hey, you, just because you're screaming doesn't mean that the mic is going to be like, hey, let's turn up the volume in their ears, okay? So so let's avoid all of that, okay? But how do I get their attention? By saying, hey, pay attention to me. you know?
Like, I would like to speak now. You know, yeah, my kids when they were younger and we set them on video games for the first time, we told them that if you fight, you argue, we're gonna have a talk about it, and we're gonna explain to you, and if you keep fighting and arguing about it, then we're gonna not play video games for a little while, you know, and you'll figure that out, you know. And they were like, what? And we got to that point, and we told them, he's like, video games, you do not take your emotions out on the video game. It didn't
Right.
cause the, you know, it doesn't cause the problem. And I said, and the person on the other side of the video game, you don't get to take your emotions out on them either,
Right.
just because they don't understand or comprehend that you're not very good at playing a video game right now because you're 2, 3 years old. You know, you're just screaming at a TV. So I'm like trying to teach this 3-year-old how to, you know, just hit bricks in Minecraft is all I really want them to do to keep them occupied, because that's what they're watching me do, is hit bricks in Minecraft, because that's what I was doing when they were 2 or 3. I was playing Minecraft. It's because,
Yeah.
well, it was like one of the only games that I could play where it was like not much violence, no zombies, and all that stuff. Because as soon as the kids went to bed, Call of Duty Black Ops is exactly what
Let's
I was
go. Let's play
doing.
some zombies. Let's go. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so
100%. 100%.
so while the kids were up, you had to keep it more PG. So I was like, you know, playing on the bricks, and they were like, "We want to play." So I hooked up the old 360, downloaded the brick game, and was like, "Here you go. This button does this, and this button does that." And they, oh, it just feels like it's been 10 years now, and they've been pushing those buttons.
Make it sound like the mission launch at the beginning of Star Fox. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, and she just you heard her. I'm playing Minecraft right now.
Heck yeah.
That's Little's, everybody. She's out. She's on the PS4 now. They got upgraded a couple months back. Lucky kids. They were on
Dang.
Xbox 360 for the longest. So, like 2024, and you're still playing an Xbox 360. You have good parents if you know.
But damn good Xbox.
That too. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Oh, let's see. Where are we? All right, we're at just a couple minutes to the end of the show, so I'm going to throw one more shout out real quick to our sponsors over at Clarksville Hobby Depot. Head on over to Clarksville Hobby Depot. Use this discount code that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, WebC Official, and you get 10% off a purchase of $25 or more. And I'm telling you guys, don't hesitate on that. And you know, I think right now Clarksville is doing a 15% off without my code. So I don't think you can combine them. However, if you do go use their 15% off, you can save my code for another day while they're not doing their sale, and you can use my code later on too.
I need a Hercules RC.
Hercules RC, I want one too. Sounds great.
For real.
So yeah, head on over to Clarksville Hobby Depot. Get all your hobby needs filled, from trains, planes, model tanks, and RC cars, tools, and diorama needs, all filled at Clarksville Hobby Depot. All right. And there we go. We're at the end of the show. I hang out on TikTok once in a while and lives and stuff, but other than that, every Friday night at 8 p.m., I'm live building Gunpla, working on something. This season, till midsummer, I'll probably be doing interviews and stuff with people. You're my second
Heck yeah.
interview of the season. Next up is Frosty the Gunpla Enjoyer. I'm going to be doing him next week for interview. Hopefully it goes just as great as tonight and last week went. Frosty's a really great guy. He's pretty fun to talk to. So we will see him next week. And I want to thank everybody for coming and watching, hanging out and everything. And we'll see you next time on WebC Builds Live. And thanks again to Pillswickal Studios for coming in and hanging out with us tonight and answering my random questions.
Later, dude.